AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is Anna here. We've got 90s at noon for you right now. I have a really good show planned for you all today, so stick around for that. All Star by Smash Mouth was just playing. Come up, we have Robin, Spice Girls, The Fugees, and ODB featuring Maya, so stick around for that. Got some more 90s at noon for you, and I'll have some weather for you coming up next. AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is Anna here. I have some weather for you and some AIMS news. So in Windsor, we're at 73 degrees, high of 87, and clear and partly cloudy all day. Portland, Lepton, wow, I can English today, is 72 degrees, high of 87, and clear and partly cloudy as well all day. Loveland, we're at 76 degrees, high of 87, and clear and partly cloudy all day. Greeley, we're looking at 77 degrees, high of 86, and partly cloudy pretty much the whole day. So weather's kind of the same about everywhere. Kind of a nice day. Looks like it's going to cool down throughout the next week, so that's kind of convenient, not too hot anymore. So for some AIMS news, if you did not know, this week is Suicide Prevention Week, so if you weren't aware of that, that is this week. And then today, there's a lot of stuff going on today. Today is the full-term course drop deadline, so if you need to drop all your stuff because of whatever, do it today because today is the last day to do it. I think you can still do it afterwards, but I think you still have to pay for your classes and financial aid gets messed up. So to avoid confusion, just do it today if you need to. Today is a student involvement fair. I can see out from where I'm sitting. It is still 12:30, so if you want to come out, you need to come out now and talk to all these people about getting involved. So do that right now. And then there's a board of trustees meeting today from 2:30 to 3:30. If you need to be a part of that, there's that. And then there's an iFocus workshop today on basic computer skills. It's basically just to help you build good computer skills and how to navigate and do what you need to do on your computer, like using websites, like the AIMS website, email, and all sorts of good stuff. So if you need that kind of information, that's today at the College Center from 2:30 to 4:30. And then we also have the Fall-In on the Windsor campus is on Thursday. So if you are on the Windsor campus, you should go to Fall-In, see all the vendors, get some free food, go check it out, have some fun. Do that. That's from 11 to 1:30 on the Windsor campus on Thursday. And then Friday, lastly, we have an iFocus workshop on Microsoft Word Quick Start. So it's basically if you need some help with general uses of Microsoft Word, like how to use it, how to write a paper with it, fonts and typefaces, all that good stuff. So if you need some help with Microsoft Word, you should go to the iFocus workshop that is in the College Center from 12:30 to 2:30 on September 9th if you need that. So that's AIMS news and weather. I'll come back at you with my word of the day, so stick around for that. AIMS Student Radio, the way radio should be. .1 FM, AIMS Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is Annie here. So I have my word of the day for you. And before I give you my word of the day, I will let you know I am aware that it is September. That will make sense here in a second. But I am aware it's September. But here's my word of the day. My word of the day, unlike the other words of days that I have done before, is an actual real word. So yay. So my word of the day today is Halloween. Yes, so I'm aware it's September, but I out this weekend and I saw a bunch of Halloween stores open and all the stores are starting to get their Halloween stuff and I'm so excited. I love Halloween. It is my favorite holiday of everything. Well, that didn't make any sense. It's my favorite holiday. I love Halloween. You can wear a costume and it's like normal and they have all the scary, spooky things and you can go to haunted houses and it's just, I love Halloween. Something about it is so great. I just love it. It's my favorite. So I am very excited. So it's my word of the day. Halloween is my word of the day because I started seeing stuff in the stores. So now I'm really excited. And exactly, Halloween is 53 days, 11 hours, and 17 minutes away. So I'm super excited. I actually think I want to try and get a job at some sort of corn maze or something and be like a spooky, scary person because that sounds really exciting to me. I like scaring people. I don't like being the scare-y. I don't like being scared, but scaring people I like, and it's very fun. But while I was at these stores looking at Halloween stuff because that's my aesthetic, I saw Christmas stuff and it's September. So it's like, it makes sense the Halloween stuff should already be out. I mean, Halloween's in a month, and you gotta prepare all the spookies and all the scaries. But Christmas stuff is already in stores, and that bugs me. It's like, Christmas is not till December. It is September. It's like, you're putting stuff out like 2 months too early. It's like, Christmas is great and all. It's like, I love Halloween more. But it's like, I don't want to see Christmas stuff until maybe like after Halloween. It's like, so it like makes sense. But maybe you feel differently about it. I think I saw on the news they did like a poll of what people think about seeing Christmas stuff in stores already, and I think like this is not what it said. I think it was close to this number. They said about like 90% of people said they don't like seeing Christmas stuff out already. But if you're that like 10%, that's cool. But it's like I find it odd. I don't like it. But my word of the day today is Halloween because Halloween's the best holiday ever. So I'm super excited about that. We'll get you back to some music. What was playing before? We had Cypress Hill with Insane in the Brain, and then what was just playing was Cher Sheryl Crow with If It Makes You Happy. We have the rest of the 90s at noon coming for you. So we have Jennifer Lopez, Sugar Ray, Blink-182, Lauryn Hill, and Collective Soul. So stick around for that. And I have my top 10 list for you today as well. So stick around for that as well. AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is Anna here. How's it going? So 90s at noon is over now. So if you wanted to listen to more of that, I apologize. This is not the time of day for that. I apologize. But I'm here till 3, so if you want to hang out with me for the next couple hours, that would be fabulous. So right before I started talking was See-Through with Rise Above This. Good band. And then coming up next, we have Beware the Dog by the Griswolds. I've never heard that song before, so this is going to be a learning experience for us all. And then we have Always by Killswitch Engage. Coming up, I have Ames News and Weather, and I will have my top 10 list and my song of the day for you, so stick around for that. AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. 89.1 FM, AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is Anna here. What was just playing was Always by Killswitch Engage. And so this Saturday is High Elevation Festival, and I've been looking forward to this for like 6 months. But there's a ton of artists playing, so I think today I'm going to try and throw in a bunch of those artists' songs in so you guys can get a feel of who's playing there. Killswitch Engage is one of those bands. They're one of the headliners. They kind of have it set up weird. They have 2 stages at Fiddler's Green, but I'm really excited. There's a bunch of little bands, a lot of big bands, like Shaman's Harvest, In the Whale, Animals as Leaders, Lola Black, Ministry, 12-Foot Ninja, Pierce the Veil, Neck Deep, Chevelle, The Amity Affliction, Chevelle, Texas Hippie Coalition, Volbeat, Seven Dust, Killswitch Engage, and my personal favorite, Avenged Sevenfold. So it's going to be really exciting this weekend, so I'm going to throw in some of their songs in here periodically throughout the day. So I'll get you back to some weather and Ames news, because that's probably what you're looking for. So in Windsor, we're looking at 74 degrees, high of 87, and partly cloudy all day. Fort Lupton, we're at 76 degrees, high of 86, partly cloudy all day. Loveland, 77, high of 88, and partly cloudy and clear all day. Greeley, we're looking at 80 degrees, high of 86, and clear and partly cloudy all day as well. So nothing too exciting in the weather this week. Looking pretty calm, kind of cool, nothing too special. So then for Ames news, if you weren't aware, this week is Suicide Prevention Week, so that is a thing. So if you didn't know that, that is this week. The full term course drop deadline is today, so if you need to do that, you need to do it today. I think you can do it afterwards, but I think it messes with your financial aid and stuff, so you need to just do it today if you need to, for any reason. Then the student involvement fair was already today, so if you missed it, you might have to contact those individual people to get a hold of them for more information. And then there's a Board of Trustees meeting from 2:30 to 3:30. If you need to be in that, then that is for you. Then there's an iFocus workshop on basic computer skills. It's like how to use email in the AM's website, and just kind of makes it easier for you if you're not super familiar with how to using computers and retrieving files and using flash drive. That's in the College Center from 2:30 to 4:30, if that sounds interesting to you. We have on Thursday, which is the 8th, is the Fallen on the Windsor campus. So if you are on the Windsor campus, you should go get some free food, hear some jams from AIM Student Radio, and see all the vendors there and hang out. The fun time. There's also an iFocus workshop on the 9th, on Friday, on Microsoft Word. So if you need help with basic uses of Microsoft Word, like typefaces and fonts and writing a paper with it, and just basic knowledge on Microsoft Word, you should check that out. It's from 12:30 to 2:30 at the College Center. So if you want some more information about that, you can always go to ames.edu. I mean, that's kind of about it. There's also September 12th, it's Monday, is the Smart Sense Financial Aid. They talk about financial aid and it's how it works and how it's really not as scary as it sounds. That's what it's called. It says it's Smart Sense Financial Aid. It's not scary. So if you want some more information how financial aid works and how you can feel more comfortable using it, you should go. It's from noon to 1. It's also at the College Center on Monday. So check that out if you want to. And then also, lastly, for Ames news, we have the Ames Full Throttle Club. I said that really weird. It's the Ames Full Throttle Club. The new member orientation is coming up. It's on Thursday, September 15th at 5 o'clock. It's at the Ames Automotive Technology Center. It's in the Academic Classroom 113, and that's on the Windsor campus. So if that sounds interesting to you, the Ames Full Throttle Club, you can, if you want some more information about the club, you can email 2 people, Caden Breer, his email is kmbrier@gmail.com, or Mike Hascom at mike.hascom, HANSCOME @ames.edu, if you want some more information on that. That brings us to the song of the day today. Wow, a lot of talking. I know, I'm so sorry. So our song of the day today, this band is also at High Elevation Fest, so I need to throw this in here, and I love this band. They're super good. I love them. I'm excited to see them again. I just saw them Warped Tour, 2 years ago. But the first time I saw them wasn't very fun. The people I was with was not very fun, so I can't wait to see them again. It'll be more fun. So my song of the day today is The Amity Affliction with Open Letter. And then after that we got Salvia. I always say that wrong, so I apologize. And then I'll have my top 10 list coming up for you as well. AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. 89.1 FM, AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is Anne here. I have my top 10 list for you today. It's actually kind of a good list. It relates to that High Elevation Fest is this Saturday, so I just had to relate it because I'm just so excited for it. I've been waiting for this for like 6 months. I'm so excited. Either case, I have my top 10 list for you, so I guess I should get to that. So my top 10 list today is my top 10 favorite things about going to concerts. I am a huge concert goer, although I haven't gone to very many this year. I super love concerts, like my hobby. It's like the only thing. Like if somebody asked me what my hobbies were, that's probably the only thing I would say. I don't have any hobbies. I'm boring, sorry. But that's my top 10 list today. It's my top 10 favorite things about concerts. So as I usually do, I'm going to start at number 10 and go to number 6, and then I will do the top 5 later to keep the suspense, and so that I'm not talking for like an hour. So starting at number 10, we have, for my favorite things about going to concerts, this doesn't relate to me as much as other people, because I don't really like doing this, because I'm very introverted. Number 10 is you can meet new people, you can make all sorts of new friends, because if you're going to a concert, there's at least one thing in common that you have with everyone else there. They're going to see the same concert, and they probably like the same bands you do. So you can make friends with people in the line that you're waiting in to get in the building, or you can make friends with people sitting around you. It's just kind of cool, and everyone's kind of a cool vibe. I mean, this is like, you can do this at any kind of concert, like a rap concert, or metal concert, or jazz concert, or whatever. It's like a similar thing. I mean, everyone there has a similar, likes. At least there's one thing that they like is that concert and the people they're seeing. So you can make friends with the people around you if you want to. Or you don't have to. If you're like me and I don't really like talking to random people, then you don't have to. But that's out there. Number 9 is that most of these venues that you go see at concerts, they have really crappy food, and I just really like crappy food, I guess. Especially like nachos and pretzels. And it's super expensive, but I don't really care, because one, you have to eat. Because if it's one of those like nighttime concerts or an all-day concert, you have to eat like at least once. So it's just, I don't know, it makes me excited to go get some crappy nachos or something from the food vendor, because it makes me happy, because I guess I like really crappy food, but that's just me. That's my number 9. So my number 8 is hanging out with friends. Concerts is a great way to hang out with your friends. And just hanging out with your friends in general is always really fun, but going to a concert, it's even more fun because you're listening to your favorite music and you're hanging out with your favorite people. So it's a good environment and it's a fun time. And it's no fun to go anywhere by yourself, so you don't want to go by yourself. Number 7, I super do this all the time and I'm really bad about it. When you're at a concert, you can just sit there and sing like a crazy person the whole time, and no one's going to judge you because everyone else is doing the same thing. And I think it's fabulous. Like, I'll catch myself, I'll be like recording a song or something during the show, and I'll go back to listen to it, and all I hear is myself screaming in the background, screaming like the lyrics of the songs. I'm like, God, that sounds awful. But it's like in the moment, you're like so into it, you're like, yeah, I love this song, and you're just like jamming. So it's just like, I love concerts because you can just like jam out, and it's like socially acceptable, and it's awesome. And then my number 6, and then I will stop, is you can keep the ticket stubs. I keep my ticket stubs, even though now you don't really get those like official tickets that they tear off and stuff. I still keep them. I have them all taped up in my room. It's just a really cool physical memento of being there and be like, yeah, I went and saw so-and-so with so-and-so and it was awesome and this thing happened. It's just like a cool physical memento. I'm all about like having physical mementos of things. So that's the bottom 5 of my top 10 list. I will tell you next 5 later. Coming up, we have Seven Dust and Jane's Addiction. Seven Dust will also be at High Elevation Fest if you were curious. So I'll get you guys back to some music. AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. 89.1 FM. Excuse me. Streaming live 24/7 at ames.edu/radio, AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. So I have some Ames weather and Ames news for you right now. In Windsor, we're looking at 77 degrees, a high of 87, and pretty much clear or partly cloudy all day today. Port Lupton, we're at pretty much 78 degrees. If you want to be exact, it's 78.4. That is the degrees. And high of 87, and then clear and partly cloudy throughout the day. Loveland, we're looking at 81, high of 87, and clear and partly cloudy. you see there's a trend here. And then in Greeley, surprise, surprise, is 81, high of 86, and clear and partly cloudy for the rest of the day. And it looks pretty clear and kind of nice for the rest of the week as well. Starting to cool down a little bit for fall, except for Sunday. Sunday just wants to be 90 degrees for no reason. That's cool. So then for Ames news, if you did not know, this week is Suicide Prevention Week, so that's for your own knowledge. And then there's a lot of stuff today. The full term course drop deadline is today, so if you need to drop all your stuff for whatever reason, you need to do it today. I think you can afterwards, but it messes with your tuition and stuff, so just might as well make your life easy. If you need to do it today. And then there's Board of Trustees meeting, so if that has something to do with you, that is from 2:30 to 3:30. There's an iFocus workshop today from 2:30 to 4:30 in the College Center on basic computer skills. So learning how to use it in Windows 8, using Ames website, email, how to use flash drives and finding files. If you need help with any of that, you should go to that 2:30 to 4:30 today in the College Center. And then on Thursday, which is tomorrow, I keep forgetting, I feel like today's Monday, but it's totally not. Thursday is the Fall-In on the Windsor campus. So if you didn't go to any of the other Fall-Ins, or if you're on the Windsor campus, you should go get some free food, see all the vendors. That will be from 11 to 1:30, so don't miss out on that, all that good fun. And then on Friday, there's an iFocus workshop for Microsoft Word Quick Start. It's basically how to use the basics of Microsoft Word, so you can write a paper, how to use the typefaces in the different fonts, all that good stuff. So if you want to learn how to use Microsoft Word, that is for you. It's from 12:30 to 2:30, also in the College Center. On Monday, there's the Smart Sense of Financial Aid. It's not so scary. It's from 2 to 1, and I believe that's also in the College Center. Yes, it is. And if you don't know a whole bunch about financial aid, or it seems really intimidating to you, you should go learn about financial aid, learn how it might help you, learn about how you could use it, how it might benefit you. That's from noon to 1 at the College Center, if that sounds interesting to you, on Monday. And then also lastly, we have the Ames Full Throttle Club. The new member orientation for that is on Thursday, September 15th at 5 o'clock. It's at the Windsor campus in the Ames Automotive Technology Center building, I guess. And then it's in classroom 113. So if you are more interested, want to be a part of the Ames Full Throttle Club, and you want some more information, you can email Caden Breer at kmbrier@gmail.com, or Mike Hascom at mike.hanscome@ames.edu for more information for that. We'll get you back to some music before what was playing with Chevelle, Face to the Floor. They will also be at High Elevation Fest, so if you like that song, you might want to go. That sounds interesting to you. And then coming up, I have Volbeat in Lincoln Park. Volbeat will also be there, so I'm super excited. I love them. They're great. So stick around. I'll have the rest of my top 10 list for you coming up, so stick around for that. Ames Student Radio, the way radio should be. Ames Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is Annie here. How's it going? I have the rest of my top 10 list for you. So if you weren't listening earlier, I had my top 10 list, and it was my top 10 favorite things about going to concerts, since I'm so obsessed with going to High Elevation Fest on Saturday. So I figured I'd make a list about concerts. So my bottom 5 were number 10, you can meet new people. Number 9, the weird, cool, crappy food that they serve at the venues. Number 8, hanging out with friends. Wow, I can read my handwriting. Hanging out with friends. Number 7, you can sing songs super out loud and no one's gonna judge you. And number 6 was keeping your ticket stubs. So number 5 is seeing new bands. For me going to a bunch of different concerts, I can listen to new bands, maybe get some new favorite songs, because that's how, when I went to the very first time I saw Avenged Sevenfold, that was, it's 2014, and Volbeat played with them, and I'd never heard of Volbeat before. I got there, I was like, why are all these people wearing Volbeat shirts? I don't even know who they are, and they played, and I was like, oh my god, this band is awesome, so I went back and looked them up, and it was awesome. I love seeing, the openers and all the other kind of bands, bands that you've maybe never heard before, and you maybe not would have Googled them or looked them up, but then you end up listening to them, you're like, wow, I actually kind of really like this band. I've done that with a handful of bands. If I had to say them right now, I probably couldn't think of anything because it's on the spot. But Volbeat comes to mind. Just, it's really cool to see new bands and get to hear what different things are going on in the music industry. Number 4 is buying merch. I love buying merch. I like buying t-shirts, CDs, hats, etc. Whatever they're selling, I will buy it. It's expensive, but I don't really care. Some of that stuff is exclusive, so if you go to the show, that's the only place you're going to find it. So I like buying stuff. It supports the band. So especially smaller bands, so I like buying stuff, especially band shirts. That's the only thing I wear for 90% of the year, so that's my aesthetic, I guess. But that's my other favorite part. I like going and buying their stuff and be like, I want to support this band and show them off, so I try to buy their stuff. Number 3 is people watching. I super love people watching at concerts and just people watching in general. That sounds creepy, but secretly everyone likes people watching. Admit it. Secretly everyone does. But it's kind of fun because you can see all the different types of people that are there, and you can sometimes if you're at a concert that's kind of like there's a bunch of people that are drinking. There's lots of drunk people, and those people are kind of fun to watch. You can see like families and teenagers and couples and whatever, and it's just kind of fun to watch because everyone secretly likes to people watch. You can admit it. It's true. Everybody does. So it's kind of fun to do that. It's fun to do that anywhere anyway. My number 2 top 10 favorite things about concerts. Number 2 is seeing the headliners. The headliner is probably the only reason you went to the concert. I've been to a couple of concerts where I went to see all the bands except for the headliner, but you mainly want to go and see the headliner. And the headliners are headliners for a reason. They put on a really good show. They talk to the crowd. They're playing for probably an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on the show. And it's like the headliner is probably who you want to see. They're the big band, and they're playing forever, and they're awesome, and do all the fun stuff. Yeah, so seeing the headliner is probably the coolest thing about going to a concert because they're the ones that everyone is leading up to. It's like that leading up moment. It's what you've been waiting for. So it's kind of a suspense kind of thing. For me at least. And my number 1 top 10 favorite things about going to concerts is the potential that you could meet band members, especially at smaller concerts. You have the potential to meet band members either on purpose or on accident. Some, especially smaller bands, at the end of their show will go and sit by their merch table and you can have them sign your stuff and you take pictures with them. I've met Mushroomhead, I've met members of Ice Nine Kills. It's just super, super cool to meet band members. Not nearly as common as with bigger concerts because sometimes you have to get like the VIP meet and greet or something that's expensive, but sometimes you can meet them like accidentally. So like back to what I was referring to earlier, when I saw Avenged Sevenfold and Volbeat for the very first time, like in 2014, we were watching Avenged Sevenfold. I don't know, they probably were halfway through their set, and we were kind of towards the end of the row. Nobody was sitting by us. And at the end of the row, I see somebody walk up and they're just watching Avenged Sevenfold. So I was like, oh, that's cool, whatever. So I'm watching Avenged Sevenfold and I look over and I recognize the person. It's like, who is that? And I look over again. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's Michael Poulsen, the vocalist of Volbeat. He was standing in our row, standing next to my sister's friend. And he's solely standing there, I think, with a woman. I don't remember now, but it was just super cool. It was like, I could have like talked to him and been like, oh my God, I loved you guys. But I didn't because I'm a chicken. But that was kind of cool. I had the kind of like the same thing with what couple members of Hollywood Undead and the guitarist of Veil of Maya. So it's a cool deal. I love meeting band members. It's like they're real people. I know that, but it's like it's so cool to meet the people behind the music that you love. So it's super cool to me. So that's my top 10 list of my favorite things about concerts. I'll get you guys back to the music. We have Avenged Sevenfold coming up for you in Rev Theory. Of course I had to play Avenged Sevenfold. They're gonna be a High Elevation Fest. They're headlining, so duh. So I'm gonna play that for you, and then I'll get back to you with some cool stories and Ames news. Ames Student Radio, the way radio should be. 89.1 FM, streaming live 24/7 at ames.edu/radio. Ames Student Radio, the way radio should be. How's it going, everybody? That was Bullet for My Valentine. Wow, I can totally English today with Breaking Point. That's a good song. Good band. But either case, I have some weather and Ames news for you. In Windsor, we're looking at 77 degrees, a high of 87, and clear and partly cloudy pretty much all day. For Lepton, we're looking at 81 degrees, high of 85, and clear for the rest of the day. Loveland, we're at 80 degrees, high of 87, clear and partly cloudy all day. Greeley, we're at 82 degrees, high of 83, and clear and partly cloudy pretty much all day. So for some Ames news, this week is Suicide Prevention Week, if you were not aware. So that's a thing. Today, the full-term course drop deadline is today. So if you need to drop everything for whatever reason, do it today, or you might be some sad mamma jamma when your stuff gets all messed up when you try to do it later. There's a Board of Trustees meeting from 2:30 to 3:30, so soon. So if you need to be there, you got about 10 minutes to get over there. And then there's an iFocus workshop today from 2:30 to 4:30 coming up soon the next couple minutes. It's on basic computer skills, so how to use like flash drives and how to use the filing systems, how to use the Ames website, all sorts, and email, all sorts of good stuff. If you are not good with computers, go to that and get some information on that. That's at the College Center. Tomorrow is the Fall In on the Windsor campus. It's from 11 to 1:30. You can get some free food, listen to Ames radio, obviously, because that'd be awesome. And you get to see some vendors and talk to people about stuff. So you should go at least get some free food because everybody likes free food. So if you're on the Windsor campus, you should do that. And then on Friday, there's an iFocus workshop for Microsoft Word. It's called the Microsoft Word Quick Start. It's how to use like basics of Microsoft Word, like how the typefaces and how to write a paper with it, just so you generally have knowledge of how to use Microsoft Word so you can use it for your schoolwork. So it's from 12:30 to 2:30 at the College Center as well. On Monday, there's a Smart Sense financial aid. It's not so scary. It's from noon to 1, and it's talking about financial aid, what is financial aid, and how it's going to basically make you not feel so intimidated about financial aid if you're not familiar with it. So go to that if you need that type of information. And then our last thing for Ames news is the Ames Full Throttle Club. Their new member orientation is September 15th at 5 o'clock. It's on the Windsor campus. It's the Ames Automotive Technology Center, and it's in room 113. So if you want to be part of Ames Full Throttle Club, or if you want some more information about it, you can email Caden Breer at kmbrier@gmail.com, or Mike Hanscom. If I said your name wrong today, I totally apologize. Mike.hanscome@ames.edu. So that's it for Ames news and weather. Get you back to some music. We have Alter Bridge and Fozzy coming up for you. I'll talk about some stuff that I saw this last weekend if you're interested in listening to that. Ames Student Radio, the way radio should be. Ames Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is Anna here. So I don't have a funny story for you right now. I have a really funny story for you later. So if you're looking for my funny story, come back a little bit later. But I want to talk to you guys about Riot Fest. I did not actually get to go to Riot Fest this last weekend, but I heard it was really good. The big deal with Riot Fest this year was that it's the reunion of the original members of Misfits. They haven't played together since 1983, and their very first time playing together was at Riot Fest the other day, and I really wish I would have went. It would have been a really good show to go to. I've heard a lot of rumors about the show and stuff, but this is basically what I've heard. I'm going to talk about what I've heard. I know how exciting. I wasn't there, but I'm going to talk about what I heard. I heard it was super, super good. Especially Misfits was a huge takeaway of the show. I wish I would have seen them. Gosh, I've seen their set list. They played 25 songs, which sounds like a lot, but a lot of their songs are kind of short. They have a pretty good lineup of songs. There's some songs in here I wouldn't personally play if I was them, but it's whatever. It's their choice. Their band. The one thing I heard at Riot Fest, there's no water. Outdoor festivals, they usually have water trucks out there to help and give people free water. I guess they didn't have that. That's what I kept seeing complaints of on Facebook. So I don't know if that was a thing or not, but apparently that was an issue. But from what I'm seeing, so who played was Jerry Only, Doyle, Wolfgang, Von Frankenstein, and Danzig played together. They had Dave Lombardo, the ex-Slayer drummer, and the Joan Jett guitarist AC Slade help play their show the other day as well. Everyone said they did an amazing good job, and from this website I'm on, it's Loudwire, wrote an article about it. On Loudwire, they quoted Danzig. That I guess during the show he had this quote, "I'm going to make it radio friendly," because there's lots of swears in this. So he said, about 40 years ago, Jerry and I got on stage in New York, and we shocked the whole punk scene, and nobody knew what to do with us. We didn't look like anybody. We didn't sound like anybody. We were angry, pissed off, and we dressed in all black. We were always getting into fights and a lot of trouble every night. That's the friendly version. That's pretty much what punk was back then, getting messed up and messing people up. At least in New York City it was. So that's what his quote was. They quoted him. It's kind of an interesting quote. But yeah, that's a forever away since they had all played together. I had heard rumors, I don't think any of these were proven, that now that they had a reunion, maybe they'll tour together for a little bit, and maybe even they'll make another album. Nobody ever knows. So that's what some rumors I saw flying around. But I heard it was a really good show, really good time. So if you know better than I do and say it was a horrible show, let me know, because I wasn't there, obviously. But that's what I heard. I also want to say, do not forget to like us on Facebook. If you like us on Facebook, you can see all the details from our shows and stuff that we're doing and stuff that's coming up. So like us on Facebook at Ames Student Radio. Or you can listen to us on the TuneIn app all the time, because it works really well. So you can listen to us wherever you go. Yay! So I'm going to get you back to some music. Coming up, we have Mowgli's and Starset. So stick around for that. And I do have a funny story, so stick around for that as well. Ames Student Radio, the way radio should be. Yeah! 89.1 FM, streaming live 24/7 at ames.edu/radio, Ames Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is Anna here. I have weather and Ames news for you, if you wanted to hear that for the multiple time today, for the many times I've said it today. But either way, I'll say it for you if you weren't listening. In Windsor, we're at 78 degrees. High of 86 today. Clear and partly cloudy all day. Fort Lupton, we're at 83 degrees. High of 85 and clear pretty much for the rest of the day. Loveland, we're at 82. High of 87 and clear and partly cloudy for the rest of the day. and Greeley. Surprise, surprise, about the same as everyone else. 83 degrees, high of 83, and it's clear and partly cloudy for the rest of the day. The rest of the week looks pretty nice, though. Not looking too shabby. For some Ames news, the full term course drop deadline is today, so if you need to drop everything for whatever reason, make sure you do it today. And then there's a Board of Trustees meeting that started, 15 minutes ago. If you need to be there, you should go over there because you're probably late. There's an iFocus workshop also that was started about 15 minutes ago at the College Center. It's a basic computer skills. So if you want to learn basic computer skills, how to use email, flash drives, all the like, you should go check that out if you want some help with that kind of stuff. Tomorrow, since tomorrow's Thursday the 8th, it's a Fall-In on the Windsor campus. So if you want to get some free food and listen to some awesome music from Ames Student Radio, you should go and then go see all the vendors that are also there. So that's from 11 to 1:30 if you're interested in such a thing. And then on Friday, there's another iFocus workshop for the Microsoft Word. It's called Microsoft Word Quick Start. It's how to help you navigate Microsoft Word, how to use it, how to write your papers with it, how to use it for school. So if you are brand new to Microsoft Word, go check that out. It's from 12:30 to 2:30 on Friday at the College Center. And then on Monday, there's the Smart Sense Financial Aid. It's not so scary. It's talking about financial aid and what financial aid is and how it can help you and all the good stuff about financial aid. And that's from noon to 1 at the College Center as well. So if you want to get some information about financial aid, that is for you on Monday. That's about it for the next week or so. Also, there's the AIM Full Throttle Club. Their new member orientation is the 15th of this month at 5 o'clock. It's on the Windsor campus, the Ames Automotive Technology Center, in room 113. If you would like some more information, you can email Caden Breer at kmbrier@gmail.com, and you can email Mike Hanscom. If I said that name wrong, I apologize. And you can email him at mike.m, or wow, I can totally spell, HANSCOME at ames.edu. So that's it about Ames weather and news and all the like. What was just playing was Royal Bliss with Turn Me On. That's a good song. I actually kind of liked it. Coming up next, I have what Led Zeppelin and Papa Roach coming up for you. And I have a funny story for you, so stick around for that. Ames Student Radio, the way radio should be.
We hear this Facebook.
Ames Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is Annie here. How's it going? This is the last part of my show. I know I'm super sad times, but I will be back on Monday. So if you want to hang out with me again, I'll be back on Monday. Mondays and Wednesdays, every time. So I have a very, very, very funny story for you today. It actually just happened yesterday. So my aunt was moving, right? So my mom was talking to her and it wasn't going well. It's been taking them all day. I guess they had left so they originally live in Littleton and then they were moved out towards Thornton, the area. So it's like an hour drive. So I guess they had left some stuff at their house that they really need to to set up their bed and stuff for like the night. So me and my mom were like, yeah, we'll go get it. So we were on our way to her house. We had to also pick up their dog because he was at PetSmart at the groomer. So we're on our way. So we got the dog and we're at my aunt's house. So once we were at my aunt's house, we also needed to go to we found a mirror on Craigslist. Long story short, we were buying a giant mirror from Craigslist after we went to her house. So we got the dog, we got these mirrors put in the car, and then we went to this lady's house to go get this big mirror. So this mirror is huge. It's like, 3 foot by 6 feet, right? And so my mom's car, it's a pretty good size. It's a good size SUV. It's a Toyota Highlander. So it fits a lot, but it's just me and my mom and this dog. So what happens is that there's not enough room for all three of us to sit comfortably in the car. So what we end up doing is that this mirror's laid down in the back, taking up all the room, and then the other two mirrors are standing up in between the seats. So what happens is we let the dog sit in the passenger seat because he has to be able to, because he was a lab, so he's a big dog, so he has to sit on the seat. And then I'm sitting in the back, like just hanging out in the back on like the random parts of the car next to the mirror. So I'm not really sitting in a seat, I'm sitting backwards. And it was over an hour drive, so that was exciting. So it's not driving very safely, I guess, but we've done it. Sadly, we've done it before. We've bought stuff and we had too many people in the car and we didn't have enough room. So what we ended up doing is it's usually me who gets stuck somewhere because I'm the smallest of most of us. So I remember when we were little, my mom had bought like a bookcase and there wasn't enough room for all of us because she had to take me and my twin sister and my younger sister. So what ended up happening is me and my younger sister sat in like the bookshelf in the back of the cars. So we sat in the bookcase in the back of the car just hanging out, like this is safe. I remember not too long ago, my mom had bought these big, huge doors because we bought a new house. So we got these big old huge doors in the back of our Excursion. And if you know Excursion, they're huge. And these doors took up the whole space and all of us were there. So we had my mom, my twin sister, my younger sister, and myself. So I ended up sitting in the back with a foot of room with these doors. So it's really exciting. We do that apparently all the time. We have enough room, we just have too many people. But it was kind of funny. Thought I'd tell you about that. If you didn't think that was funny, I apologize. But I think it's kind of funny. I don't recommend you doing that all the time. It's not safe. Only do it in dire measures. and if you're safe. But that's about all I got for you. That's the end of my show today. I'll be back on Monday. Lisa, Brady, and Martin will be here in the next little bit, so if you want to stick around for them. Coming up, we have Godsmack and Korn for you. AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be.